Go for it.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Cowabunga Ranger Talk. I'm Mascara, and with me, as always, is DTV83. Uh, Today, we're going to be doing some news for May 2024. You know, Before we jump into the news, you got any pickups or anything like that you want to share or talk about? Or you're good?
Well, I have two, but one I've put on a shelf already, so I can't really grab it. But uh, the one I
What
got
did
I
you pick
can't
up?
show is uh, yeah, the one was gonna show is a comic book that I picked up. It's called The Soul of the Dragon. It's Boom Studios Power Rangers Soul of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Do you know that one? Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
I know
basically
what
just the Tommy Oliver story. Yeah.
it's a
And then
one-off
I
though, right?
finally
It's not a full thing.
yeah, it's just a one off. It's one big story, and it promotes. So I don't know where it falls in line with the comics because after the main comic is over with, they have a little teaser preview of Power Rangers issue one.
Hmm.
So I don't know if it was like the first thing they ever did, and then into Power Rangers, or however it worked. I don't know, but they have a little teaser of the first comic issue. And then the other thing I picked up finally after all this time. Let's come on, come on. There you go. I picked this up finally.
Zero
Power
Ranger.
Rangers, yeah, yeah. Super Sentai Zoo Ranger, yeah. And yeah, I think it's amazing. I'm not even gonna open it. I'm just gonna put it in my display cabinet. I mean, I've seen this show like a few times. I'm also gonna do a, comparison video on my channel, so that should be interesting to do.
Yeah. No, it'd be interesting to see also if they remastered anything or they just ported the tapes into digital.
Uh,
Sometimes they upgrade it a little bit, like they'll touch up the resolution a little. Sometimes they
yeah,
literally won't. They'll just move it over.
I'm not too sure how that worked out on it, but
Because they
I do
digitized it,
know that
obviously. Yeah. Because it was filmed
yeah, they
on
digitized it.
actual real film, and then they turned it into tapes, and now nobody uses tapes, so it has to become digital, and then the digital you burn it onto disc. So
Okay, maybe I have to open this. They have bonus features on it. So yeah, I don't know how it looks. I wasn't planning on opening it, but now that I saw on the back that those bonus features, I might have to open
mhm.
it. Uh
Yeah.
but the cool thing is if you don't have the money for these DVDs, because this whole set is actually very expensive. I got it on sale on Amazon, believe it or not, but normally it's like $40 for that. But I got mine for like 25. It was like half off on Amazon. But
Not
on
bad.
you go to Shout, I think that's what it is, Shout TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, shouttv.com. They have
Yeah.
all
The
this.
South
So you can
Factor.
just watch it for free. Yeah, you can watch every Sentai show for free. Like I watched Car Rangers. You know,
Hmm.
basically it's Turbo for us, but it's a one for one different. I mean, there's so much difference compared to it. It's ridiculous. The storyline
I've
is
seen
different.
some of
Everything's
that
really
one.
different.
I like that show because it's lighthearted. They have a white Turbo Ranger that's not a white Turbo Ranger, which is pretty interesting.
Yes, yes, I love
So
that character.
it's a half a costume type thing, but it's technically still part of the show. So I was like, that's interesting.
Yes.
They did that in the Dino Thunder, the Sentai version of Dino Thunder. There's a pink one that's like a pig, but everybody else is a dinosaur. And she's like wearing like a
Yeah.
sweatsuit with the Dino Thunder symbol on the chest. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think it was interesting because I mean we could talk about this later, but I'm just gonna bring this up. The
No, yeah, I
right
mean we're
Turbo
just
Ranger, yeah, the right Turbo Ranger is actually the sister of the bad guy, the leader bad guy. I can't even name now. It's Princess something, but yeah, the sister's
yeah.
trying to bring back her sister back to the family, as the sister's also in love with the red Turbo Ranger, and it's just a funny overall, like, wow, really? You know, kind of thing. But yeah, I loved it. I thought that was great. And it was supposed to be one of the haha joke Power Rangers series over in Japan.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
they could take it as, oh, this is just supposed to be funny, haha. It's not a serious Sentai. You know,
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting though. I liked
I
it. I liked it.
I've seen Blue Centurion is a race in that show. Like it's not just a standoff robot. Like it's a Blue Centurion, the female Blue Centurion, and he has
Yeah.
like a kid, and then there's another dude that's also a Blue Centurion. It's a race of people. It's not just the one-off robot.
Yes. Yes.
That's pretty cool too. Uh, Getting
Yeah.
into
It's
my
very
pickups,
cool.
I got this boy right here. I got Turtles of Gray Skull Shredder. He's a lot
Nice.
of reuse, but he does look good. Um, this freaking head sculpt, Jesus, what a what a good job.
That's it's awesome.
I got this one. Finally, I got this after like 3 years of waiting. They reissued this figure, the Triclops in the Motu origin
Oh,
style.
Triclops. Yes.
'Cause they had released this originally, but
I.
like it released weird, so nobody was able to get it, and
Yeah.
the aftermarket was horrible. This was going for like $125. I ended up getting it on Big Bad for $20 even, but the reissue, not the
Nice.
original. But it's exactly the same figure. 4 years, how much of a
Oh
remaster?
yeah.
They didn't do a damn difference. They just changed the box. So I'm fine with it. Let's shoot this shit here.
That's usually what
Uh,
they do with remasters. You know,
yeah,
just change something
yeah.
so small.
I finally got this one too. Uh, I was trying to get it like a year and a half ago, but I couldn't find a decent looking one because people keep because Transformers, they have the open window boxing thing, so sometimes people like steal a head or they rip an arm or they steal a gun.
Oh
So
yeah.
the packaging for Transformers is god awful. But I found the Rise of the Beast, the Air Razor, and I found it at good price. I found it for $20. So for $20, I was gonna get it. That was pretty good.
Oh nice.
Yeah, and let's see. I think that might be. Yeah, I think that might be it for me as far as like pickups. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. This boy. I could only get him online. I couldn't find him anywhere in stores. I got cartoon He-Man. So there he is.
Oh sweet.
Yeah. With I'm happy I got him with money well spent for me anyway. Uh, so you want to
I think
jump
I
into the
just fixed
news
my
or
camera.
yeah,
Yeah. So sorry. This I had my camera on my phone set to a certain resolution, and the camera on my computer set to a different resolution. It it seems like it's a little bit better, but not perfect. So, but yeah,
yeah.
let's jump into this news. Yeah.
Okay, so wave 12, the wave that was supposed to be, I think we might have talked about that. It was supposed to come out at the end of the end of April, but then they didn't, and it got pushed back, and now like the tentative date to release the pre-orders for Wave 12 for the TMNT Ultimates is June. I believe it's like June 14th. It's right in the middle of June. So at least there's that. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
That's the that's the 2003 Turtles.
You know, I kind of followed that a little bit with um watching First Friday, and it's kind of disappointing because it was supposed to be out at the end of April, and now they really pushed it back. So again, thank you Super Seven for being Super Seven, and yeah, we'll see if they
Yeah,
actually come out or not.
they're definitely that. You know, I
You
don't know if
know,
you saw, I don't know if you saw this, but Super 7 this year they turned 23. You know,
yes, I have saw
they've been
that.
around for 23
I
years.
Yeah, and it made me actually think about doing that video I talked about a while ago about the history of Super Seven, and
Yeah,
one of the things I saw a post, and this is kind of news thing. I saw a post on
yeah,
Twitter about Super Seven Silverhawk being released, but instead of saying up for pre-order, it's being released. by order, made by order. So you buy it and then they make it. And I was thinking about, I've already done a video on this, but I was thinking made to order. That is a beautiful idea. That way, if they bring out, let's say, a Mouser or the Technodrome or something, they don't have to go, oh, it's limited. It's you want it, you pay for it, we make it for you, send to your house. It might take some time, but
Yeah, but
it's in production.
yeah. Well, for me, the made to order thing, it's I hate to even say it because it's gonna sound condescending, but I am a toy maker my damn self. So if anybody could say it, I guess it would be me, right? It seems like you're bad at your own business because you can't give an estimate of how many figures you need. Like you made to order would mean I pay for it and then you go make it, quote unquote, right? So
Yes.
you couldn't take a ballpark idea of how many people want to buy these Ninja Turtles, how many people want to buy these Silver Fox. Oh, let me get I don't know, 12,000. Let's put it 12,000. You can't put that 12,000 into work already into the street. You have no confidence in any of your products, any of your lines, because we've talked about this before. Super 7 doesn't deal with little licenses. Uh, you know, Ninja Turtles is not a little license. Power Rangers is not a little license. Transformers is not a little license. Thundercats, I'll give them credit for Thundercats because they rejuvenized the shit out of Thundercats as far as a license.
Mm.
But now Thundercats is a heavy hitting license. They're up to like wave 15 or something. They they've done the big cat slayer and all of it. You can't tell me the Thundercats thing isn't making money. You can't make an average
Oh
of
no.
how many people would do this. It's like, are you this incompetent? I hate to even say the word incompetent, but really, like, you can't get a pulse on how many of these you more or less need. I understand the second run. Look,
Yeah.
this is a second run. Fine, I understand that. But like really, like you can't there's no way to average out an amount that you would need to even get started. Oh, because I mean really like I don't even know if it's incompetence, it's lack of confidence in the product itself. It might be lack of confidence in the brand. I don't know. It's like
Well,
it's sort
see,
of it's a head scratcher to me. It's like you can't average how many people would like Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers or whatever.
I think see my thought wasn't, make everything made to order. I'm thinking like let's go with the what's coming out for Super 7. The Violet Green Ranger and the Black and Gold Megazord. Okay, so we know people are gonna definitely want the Megazord, so that's not gonna be a problem. People collect those. The Green Ranger is the variant of a Ranger that's already been out that doesn't come with a lot of accessories. So the Ultraviolet Green Ranger comes with very little accessories for $55. That should be made to order because no one's like me personally. It doesn't come with half the stuff the original one came with. It's just a different color
Yeah.
variant. So that one should be made to order. Stuff like that. I'm not saying like the whole line should be made to order, just certain pieces of a line. Like if you had,
Okay. I
stuff like
follow
that,
your
just certain
I,
pieces.
I follow your train of thought there. That's fine if it's a like an exclusive or rare one or whatever. But your main line shouldn't be made to order. If you're doing the
Oh
Power
no,
Ranger
no,
line,
no.
you should at least have an average of how many people want the six Rangers, the seven Rangers with the white version. These
Yeah.
if anybody's collecting this line, you know they're gonna get the seven. Maybe not everybody buys the villains or the civilian packs or the like you say like the ultraviolet packs or whatever, or the translucent, whatever the black and gray. It's a variant. I understand this, but the at least your core should be out the door, bro. Like I don't understand it. It's truly mind-boggling to me for a company that's been around for 23 years. Look, Mascara
Yeah, well
Fighters has been around
that's
for
kind of
it's like it's 23 years of this, bro. You're not new in the game. You know everybody and all of the players, and after 20, hate to even be me saying this sounds like such an asshole thing to say, and I'm sorry to curse, but it sounds like such a jerk thing to say. But like, really, after 23 years of making toys, You can't afford to buy one factory, one building, buy the machines and do them yourself in America. You still have to go over there and this isn't an exporting importing thing. I'm just saying, like after 23 years, you should at least have one physical building, not just a store in California. I mean, and I'm not. There's nothing wrong with the store. Obviously, I'd like to go and whatever, but really, like this type of stuff doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't see this type of stuff in a farm. Perfect example, a farm. You don't have made to order cows, bro. When Winn Dixie orders, 500,000 cows of cattle or whatever. Oh man, who's gonna eat all this beef? No, bro. Like, I'm like really like you have no idea how many people. You can even do this for smaller brands. Smaller brands, and I've said this before. I'll give it to you. Like they're gonna do, and they've been Brian and all these people have been more or less talking about this. The third brand uh, of Thundercats, not Silverhawks, the other ones, the Cyber Sharks or something Sharks, right? The Shark versions. You know who I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
I'm not.
The third one, yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name though.
They're the smallest because it's Thundercats, then Silverhawks, and then the Cyber Sharks or whatever. They've been talking about this for the longest, and they still haven't come out with it. And they're promising that they're going to start the pre. Because I saw a recent interview on the Thundercats thing. I saw an interview where he says we're going to be coming out with the Cyber Sharks or whatever it's not called Cyber Sharks, but it's the Sharks ones in 2025, and hopefully
Yeah,
we'll have it for you at the end of 2025. It takes you a year from when you've been talking about this line and having these renders and having all of this stuff already for like 2.5 years, plus the year you want to jump on top. It takes you 3 years plus to do a four figures, bro. That is that is, I don't know, bro. Like, how do you explain this? This isn't even Mesco with like or Mayfex or one of these things with like a million points of articulation. This is pretty basic articulation. Even if you do get knees and elbows now with the new turtle line, that's just industry standard. You're not,
yeah,
and you're reusing a lot of bucks. You've seen the Thundercat stuff. There's a lot of like the same legs, the same arms, the same hips. You change heads, torsos, belts, and other stuff like that. But you're using a lot of pieces, So I don't know.
yeah. You. All right. Well, we're gonna talk. We can talk about this later because that's a long
Yeah,
subject. But I totally
yeah.
understand everything. Yeah. So let's move on.
Oh well, yeah. Well, the next thing, Power Rangers. Yeah. That's because you're right. It's just whatever. Uh, Power Rangers Ultimates, the wave with the translucent is supposed to be hitting August 2024. We'll see. That's the date
Yes.
on Amazon right now. So that's just a quick one. The next
Mhm.
thing,
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, wait, if you guys don't know, that line also includes Bulk and Skull and the gold and black Megazord we were just talking about.
yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as Ultimates, the next thing is the Ninja Turtles Ultimates. They're on sale. Like they're having like a 20 to 30% off on Amazon. So if you want to pick up some Ultimates at a much better price, now would be the time. Just a heads up. Hey,
Don't you
it
love
is.
that? Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but you know what? I'm not gonna lie. When the White Ranger goes on sale, I'm picking him up. But I think right now it's just too expensive. $55 is kind of out of my price range at the moment.
Oh, you know what? You know what I got? It's coming. So by the
But
time we have the next episode, I'll probably have. I ordered Wingnut and Screwloose Ultimates from Amazon, and you know it's going on sale for like 75, $85, right? You know how much I got it for?
yeah,
64 with
no,
shipping.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
I was like, for 60 bucks and $4 shipping. I don't even think they charged me tax. I was like, you know what? And the credit card
You
went
know,
through and
it
everything. I was like, that's
it all
fine.
depends on the seller. Like sometimes you'll get sellers that don't do sales
Bro,
tax. Yeah.
big Wingnut is big as fudge, bro. Like
Hmm.
I've been to a store and I've seen the physical size of Wingnut. Wingnut is like a shelf killer. I don't know where I'm
Huge.
gonna put him, but yeah, but he is coming.
in
Oh,
your closet.
yeah, look at it twice and never think about it ever again in my life. Uh, the next
That's right.
thing, the next topic here is IDW. They're the Ninja Turtles, the loyal subjects. They're doing another figure. They're doing the Jenica figure, the girl turtle. They've already released pictures, and I think she's already dropping like within the month. And they're doing like a foot killer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is an IDW version of a Foot Clan off brand or something. But those
Okay.
are the physical pictures are already out. The toys, you know, so, for a second there, I wanted to touch on the IDW stuff, the loyal subjects. Bro, I wish they would be better about the way they launch their waves, because they launch two figures and then two figures and then maybe three, and then you don't hear anything for like 6 months, and then oh wait, here's another figure. Like there's no consistency. That I you know, but that's
You
just
know,
me.
you're right. But you know what? I love IDW uh turtles, but every time I go
Yeah,
see the loyal subject stuff in the store, it's like, eh, nah, I don't really need to pick it up. It's not something that calls out to me. Even when I saw the original Shredder, the original Foot Clan, I'm looking at it going, oh, that's pretty cool, but I don't really need it.
yeah.
It's kind
I
of like the
told you I bought.
Transformer turtle.
Yeah, yeah. I told you I got the two more of them on clearance for like 11, $12. Oh, because I wasn't gonna pay no $20 for that. No, but like now I kind of
Yeah.
need to buy Raph to finish the team. So and I'm probably gonna get Jenica just because like it's a girl turtle, and I like the idea of having a girl turtle on the team. I think it helps balance out the team because it's been the same four turtles for what 30 years, 40 years now. So every once in a while, throw in a
we
girl
we can't
turtle,
forget
mix it up.
we can't forget Venus. We can't forget Venus.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like every once in a while, every 22 years,
Yeah,
we get a girl turtle,
that's
or April
right.
turns into the girl turtle in the comics or something. The
Something like
next
that.
thing here,
Yeah.
I got another alert from Amazon that the Ninja Turtles Ultimates Wave 10 is supposed to be coming because the date moved again, and now it's supposed to be coming in July. We'll see if it
Okay.
does come in July, but that's the date
Yeah,
that
we'll
they're
see.
playing with. It. Here's another one that nobody's, or maybe up to the moment, nobody's talked about. But we've actually touched on this idea. I don't know, like 4 or 5 different episodes. We've touched on this idea, and now it's actually coming through too. I think you know what I'm talking about. The They're remastering the Technodrome. They're re-releasing the
Yes.
Technodrome on Amazon. And man, I saw,
Okay.
bro. What you think, bro? While I collect my thoughts, what you think, bro?
Well, I have not seen that post, but I have a post on Entertainment Earth that I reported on. They also have the Turtle Blimp coming out. Yeah, the Turtle Blimp's being re-released as well. So I haven't seen the Technodrome yet, but I have seen the Turtle Blimp.
No, I've
So
seen
those
it
two are coming
already.
out.
The Because I didn't want to talk about the Technodrome until well it was for sure, but Toy Habits has
Yeah.
already talked about it. Toy News International has talked about it, and he's got all the connections to all of the so if he says it's happening, it's happening. And they
Yeah.
kind of been teasing it anyways. So it's cheap too, bro. It's less than the Castle Grayskull. Because Castle Grayskull is $90. You know how much the Technodrome is? 80.
Uh 80. Okay. Because the
$80 is
Turtle Blimp's 40.
yeah.
Yeah, the Turtle Blimp's 40, Technodrome's 80. That makes sense though, because you're not the Turtle Blimp's a balloon. At least it used to be just a balloon that you blew up as a kid. Because my friend
Yeah.
had one, and yeah, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, but the Technodrome is an entire playset. It's a vehicle playset, but it's still a
Exactly.
playset. Bro, I
Yeah,
saw that
I
80
remember that
bucks.
thing.
I
So
was
it would
like,
it would open up.
with the blue
Yeah,
panels and the little cage, and I was I'm buying sold.
you're
there's
sold.
there's no way I'm not getting. Yeah, there's no way I'm not getting that. I'm it's weird too because we've been talking about, they should remaster the main two playsets. In different episodes we've talked about, they should come out with the sewer layer and the Technodrome, and it would be
Hmm.
guaranteed money. And now, I've seen the drop page for it already for Amazon, so it's legit.
Okay,
It's not rumor. So by the way,
nice.
uh,
I'll go look at it later.
yeah, here's another turtle news. Mondo, they're doing. I
Oh
don't know if you saw
yeah.
the Playmate style, but in soft vinyl. So Fubi, they were promoting, which is weird, that they were promoting Leo and Mikey, right? And then when they actually went on to uh, show, because now you could actually go buy it, and I think it's gonna be, within a month or two that they actually ship it to your house.
You can buy it. You can actually buy it now, and they're
Yeah,
$90 each. 90,
it's
and they're
more
like
than the
8 inches,
Technodrome. Yeah,
and it's just for
yeah.
one, just one, not two. One, so that's what $180 for both.
Plus
Yeah,
shipping. Plus
so that's
shipping.
that's insane, and they're only 8 inches. If I remember right, they're 8 inches, and that's it.
Yeah,
And
they're
I
locked
think
at
to
eight
myself,
inches.
yeah, and I think of myself, I don't collect vinyls, and even though these things look badass, sorry, I can't bring myself to spend that much money on an 8 inch figure, you know, that doesn't do very much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
that's
looking
my
at
issue
them.
with it.
Yeah, I was looking at them and I was hoping they. I mean, I don't collect this just because I don't have the space for it. But there's people that collect the giant turtles, right?
Oops. Yeah.
So I figured that would kind of fit in there because when they were at a toy show last year, they had shown off two of the turtles and Mondo Gecko because Mondo and Mondo are, but and they've been promoting Leo and Mikey, but the actual like solicitation is for Leo and Donnie. So I don't know where the hell they pulled Donnie out of their ass from because that wasn't what they were promoting and showing off pictures of or nothing. I guess Donnie was just
Well,
ready, so they switched out the slots or something.
I don't know how that worked out, but I think overall, maybe there was like a poll somewhere on Mondo saying which turtle do you want to be released, Mikey,
Yeah,
Donnie, or Raph, and they're like, oh Donnie. Sometimes companies do that just for fun. I just
yeah,
see.
yeah. I was figuring maybe the factory just got one out before the other, so they was like, you know what, let's just
Oh,
move on
that's
with the other
that's a
one
possibility too. Yeah.
because the Mesco works at a much smaller niche audience than most bigger stuff because McFarlane, the Playmates, the Super Seven, really, they're very mainline, so they're much bigger audiences than these smaller, higher priced boutique toys, if you will. But they do look great. You're right. They do look great. I like to at least grab one and feel how vitally it is because if it feels like the Sentai, like because Power Rangers has always had the Sentai toys. You see how vitally that is. Like you can have hardware,
Yeah.
and, but well, there's that.
Yeah, I never really collected. That's kind of like a Funko Pop, is what I think of, with like an actual size body. 'Cause that's what Funko Pops are, vinyl. And nothing. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with Funko Pops. I've had a few, but it's again not for me. Big head, small body.
I don't mind even the look so much, but man, it's this one. Just to, I'm not gonna go on the whole thing with Funko, but bro, you could at least make another cut for arms. And I think I've said this before. Like if you made just cut the arms, you don't have to have massive articulation, but if you could have head and arms, you have a lot of of liveliness to a figure. That some of these
Yeah.
figures do look nice, like some of the Chucky ones, the horror ones, things like that. Bro, if you
Mhm.
had like just two arm articulation, how hard can it possibly be? But I'll leave that
Yeah.
there.
There is one Funko Pop that I want, and it's rare and it's hard to find, and it's the Ultra Megazord Funko Pop.
I've seen that. That's big as
Yes.
hell.
Yeah. yeah, if I could find it for a good price, I would pick it up because I just think it's really
You got your
cool.
Thor,
You
yeah,
got the yeah, you got Titanus, you got the whole thing right there.
yeah. You have the Mega Dragon Zord on there. I've seen it. I know what it is. It's pretty cool. The
Yeah,
next item, and this is sort of Ninja Turtles adjacent. It's Trick or Treat Studios. They're releasing their next figure in the Toxic Crusaders updated version, and they're doing Doctor Killamoff. See, Super 7, they got a Doctor Killamoff before you did, and they've only had the license for a year and a half. You've had the license for close to 10 years, and you still haven't done a Doctor Killamoff. But I digress, because they have. If you really,
yes, I get it. Yeah,
okay. Point being, this specific figure, he looks great. He's pretty similar. I think I have. I think yeah, I did. I have the original one. He doesn't have his backpack or anything, but this was made by Varner Studios, and everybody thought they were Ninja Turtles anyway. So this figure they've redone
yeah,
him to 5 inches because this is like 4.5. So and they've done it with Toxie already. Uh, I'm excited for this stuff, man. I'm gonna get it. I'm probably gonna get that Toxie sooner than later. He just every time I go get him, he sells out or he's like $70, and I'm not gonna spend $70 for a $20 figure. I know inflation and everything, but
yeah,
that's enough inflating. You know what I mean? Even with that giant box that the trick
yeah.
or treats.
Exactly.
Cool thing that they did with the because they've done it's pretty close to this figure, but they've actually done a head thing where you can pop off this head and he has the bug head inside.
Oh, nice.
So that's pretty cool to give him an extra way to display the figure. And you can do like bro, if you already did the sculpt, you can have a TV show version with the TV colors because in the TV show colors he's wearing like a light blue, off blue uh, suit, and here he's wearing this big purple
Yeah,
with like all this messy things, and like the. But you could just color it all blue and be done with it. Uh, oh, I did want to show you this that I'm working on. It's not done, but kind of taking a little break from the news for a second. I told you I was gonna start repainting the shit out of the my slacker flake fake or whatever.
yeah.
I started adding paint to him, painting up the spikes,
Oh, nice.
painting up the feet, painting up the gauntlets here. I also started
Yeah,
painting the chest because these things, these black straps are originally this color. So now I think it shows off more. And I painted his little shorts. I painted them black because why would he have blue with black? And now I think it looks a lot better.
right. Yeah,
Uh,
it
getting
does.
getting yeah, getting back to the news though. Turtles of Grayskull Wave 2 and Slacker, they're hitting stores right now, so you can start getting them.
Okay.
They've been out for like 6 months, but like online only and Big Bad and whatever. Now you can actually start getting them at Targets and WalMarts and other places like that.
Oh, okay.
Now they're being retail. That's what I was looking for. Now they're hitting retail.
That's
Uh,
good though, because a lot of people want to see them, want to go, oh, okay, I'm getting everything in that box, or I'm getting what it looks like on the computer screen.
yeah. Uh, that wave has Ram Man, Raphael, Shredder. I got Shredder through Big Bad, and Beast Man in
Hmm.
like a Chinese looking thing. But that's that wave. The next news
Oh
item
yeah, I
is
know. Okay.
yeah. The next item I don't know. You've probably seen this too. The Ninja Turtles Mesco, the animated 4 pack. It's it's the
Yes, I've
it's
seen
a
it,
four
and I
hundred
think.
dollar set, but it's just
Hmm.
new heads and they're
Okay.
all that light green.
Yeah. So my overall opinion on that one is, I think they did a fantastic job. Honest, I think they look
Yeah.
fantastic, but they're way out of my price range again. Just like 30. I can't afford those either. They're just highly detailed. awesome looking characters, but not in my price range. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I was
I mean,
looking
four
at
hundred
them like
dollars. That's
it's some money, but yeah,
yeah.
bro, it's a big chunk
But
of change
I will
these days.
say, $400 gets you a whole lot for that set. It's not just a
Well,
basic one
well,
head, and all that.
not really, because I don't know if you saw this, but the did you see the? I think Matt Hatter did a video on this because he did a comparison layout of the original release and this release, and there's a lot less
Okay.
pieces. Like there's only one Michelangelo nunchuck whirly thing. There's one less bandana. There's a bunch of less stuff than the other one. I mean,
Okay. Well, I
and
haven't seen the
they're
original
using the old
one.
body. Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
using
So
the
I haven't seen
original
the
body
original
for
ones
the
yet.
enhance. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
the darker
So
skin ones. Yeah.
in my opinion, for someone that hasn't seen the original ones before, I think $400 gets you a whole lot. But I guess I could be wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
you get less than you did last year, so or not even last year. I don't think
Yeah.
that
So it's
was
the
last
same.
year. Might be this year that
Yeah.
they released the original four. But you
But
got to
I
figure
thought
they're
they
gonna
look
eventually.
good.
Yeah, yeah. But you got to figure eventually they got to. Okay, you've done the turtles twice. Now you have to start, messing with Splinter and Shredder, and you have to make some bad guys.
Yeah, they
I
should.
don't. Would be pretty easy. Maybe not easy, but pretty smart for them to do. Would be to make release Shredder and the Foot Soldiers, but do variants of Foot Soldiers.
One color of each.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you're gonna keep reusing the body mold, and you cut down on cost. If you want to save on tooling and all of this stuff, which is very much a part of toy making, you could do that. The next thing here, the Playmates. Do you remember the sketch turtles from the original that they were using to shop around to get investors? That Playmates was using the ones with like the little bell
Mm-hmm.
feet. Yeah, those are starting to
Yeah.
hit targets this week. So you might be able to, if you hit target, you might be able to get lucky, and pick them up.
Interesting, because I haven't even seen them online yet. I've been looking.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures there. They're dropping. They're dropping this week.
Okay. Well, maybe they'll hit the online part of Target too. So I'm hoping, because it's still Target exclusive. Online, in store, it should be on both.
Yeah.
I would
Uh,
hope.
yeah. Oh, before we get back to the list, I had a little noteworthy thing because people obviously come to this podcast for automotive talk. So I had a tire problem. This is the meat and potatoes of the show.
Yeah. Here we
So
go. Let's hear it.
yeah, so I got a nail in my tire, right? And I was like, "Fuck, bro!" And
Yeah.
I was scared that it was gonna keep leaking air, and it wasn't holding air. Like I have to go to Wawa at every corner, like every 40 minutes, I had to put air into the same tire because it wasn't holding the air because the puncture was that deep. So I
Yeah.
I said fuck it. I went to AutoZone and I bought the tire plug thing and I figured out how to do it. I've never done it in my life. And I know it's not a big deal to anybody else, but for me to be able to figure out how to do a plug on my own tire and, basically save my own skin because I'm still driving with the same tires. I think that's an
Yeah.
accomplishment, you know. Not everybody
Oh,
cares about tires.
most definitely.
Yeah. Have
It's
you
very
been
much
able
an
to do that?
accomplishment.
Have you been able to like
I've
plug up
never,
your own
ha-
tire?
I have never had to do that. No.
So if you get a nail or you get something on one of your tires, what do? You just shit out of luck, or what? I mean, you're out of luck.
Uh, no. I usually dry. I get it pumped up with the air compressor that I have, and I usually just take it to like one of the local places like uh discount tires and stuff that we have over here in Washington. But
Hmm.
that's about it, really. I mean, I usually get pretty lucky that way.
Well, I do a lot of driving, so I need to be able to
Yeah.
fix things on the spot. Yeah. On another automotive talk thing, one of my headlights burnt out, right? And
Oh, really?
last month, uh, one of my headlights burnt out, so I went to Advanced Auto Parts, and I bought one headlight, the just the little bulb with the little socket. It was like
Yeah.
16.99. It ended up being $20. I don't know how the hell it ended up being $20, but it was $20 even when I left the store, and I was like, "Isn't there a doubt? Whatever, fine." So then it happened to me on the other because I it was one of the on the driver's side, and now the passenger side burned out. So
Oh no.
I didn't make it to Advanced Auto Parts because they were closed. It was like after 9 o'clock, and they closed at 9. The only place that was open was AutoZone. So I go to AutoZone, and they sell me the same bulb, $23. And here's the cute part: they stuck me with a little grease for the bulb, which I've never in my life.
Oh
Have you seen this shit? That's a curse, but you seen that they put grease on a wheel?
no. No, I have not.
I mean, not the wheel, grease on the bulb. And the guy was telling me,
No,
"Hey,
I
you
have.
can't. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, because you just split up. Can you see?
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, yeah. You're doing the AutoZone gimmick. You're doubling up. This podcast can be seen on Patreon now.
There you
We're not doing that.
go. Right?
Who the hell has the time to be monitoring the Patreon too, bro? Like,
Oh God.
oh no, we have to make a shout out
Yeah.
video. I'm not doing none of that. I know
Right.
you don't have the time for that. You got to go to work too, bro.
No. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. No, I don't got the time for that.
yeah. So I ended up getting that. I think I spent like $32 on the same bulb I had spent a month ago for $20. Like it's a $10 hike in a month, bro. That's god awful.
Wow.
Because bro, these mechanics and these automotive places, they think they can just like put any price on there, and you're stuck with it because they know you need it. It's not something you can.
Exactly.
It's a necessity. It's not like because we talk toys and all this other bullshit here, and but this isn't life or death. You're not gonna die if you don't get an Ultimate Ninja Turtle. You'll be all right. You'll be a little crunchy, but you know you move
Yeah.
on. But
Oh,
if you don't have motor oil or things like that,
okay. So speaking of motor oil and stuff, that's also funny because like I just got a car. Now I don't buy new cars, okay? So I buy used cars because whatever. It's just what I do. So I bought
yeah.
myself a Dodge Dart 2016. Test drive it, beautiful. Never been in a car accident, right? I'm driving home from work a day before I go to Thailand, and also my check engine light comes on. I'm thinking, oh fuck, what just happened? So I take it up to AutoZone, and they put the little testers on it. Oh, it needs a new thermostat.
Hmm.
Okay, and then the woman goes out to my car, goes pop the hood. I said what? She goes pop the hood. My we used to call it antifreeze, but it's just the coolant, as they call it now, was low. And she goes, "Well, I don't have your coolant in stock." So I go down the street to O'Reilly, and O'Reilly's like, "It's supposed to be this coolant." And I said, "Well, according to what I read, it's supposed to be pink." And he goes, "The only pink coolant I have is for like a Fiat or, like a BMW and stuff." I was like, "Well, according to your website, that's what I'm supposed to be using." And he goes, "Well, there you go." So I bought it, put it in, drove the car for 2 days, and the check engine light went off. So I probably just saved myself, I don't know, a few $100 because I can't replace the thermostat. I have no even no clue where that's at in the car. But that
Yeah,
thermostat itself costs like probably $45. But then to have someone put it in and take their time and effort is going to cost a few hundred by the time you're done.
yeah. Oh, since we're
Yeah, that's
speaking of that,
mechanics for you.
Yeah. So once the story's not over. Now here's the second part of the story. Once I actually got the bulb right, I went to my mechanic, and there's a guy that specifically changes bulbs. He's at the mechanic
Really?
shop. Yeah, the I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't. I'm not the king of automotives. So I had to wait there literally almost 2 hours because the guy was coming from Westchester to my area, and he lives far away. And then he's, oh, I overslept. I was like, bro, it's like 10 in the morning. I've been sitting out here sweating more than if I were at the gym, and like, I'm sweating like an animal. And bro, he literally popped the little thing, two screws, and I was out of there. And I was like, bro, I waited 2 hours for something that took you literally 4.5 minutes. Bro, I felt like, fuck.
Yeah, just
Like, he didn't
I
even
would
charge
suggest
me.
on
He didn't
that
even charge
one.
me to change the bulb
Oh,
because I don't know how to do it. He knows how
okay.
to do it in his hands.
Yeah, yeah. So
It's
I
a
would
waste of time.
suggest,
That's my point.
and yeah, it's a waste of time. But take 3 seconds, look up on YouTube how to change your car's light bulbs, and you're probably just gonna be like, really? You're like one of those, 5 second, really. I did that with my last car, the Scion I had, and it was like dumbfounded. It was like all I had to do was reach my hand down, touch like a plug, undo it, counterclockwise, take it out, put the new light bulb in, put it back in clockwise, and you're good to
Yeah.
go. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
something so stupid as that. It's like, yeah,
yeah, I climbed my mountain by figuring out how to plug a tire. I'm good right there.
mm,
That was
that's good. So you know how to
my
plug a
Mount
tire.
Everest. Yeah.
So you know how to plug a tire, and I know how to switch light bulbs. Was set.
And you know what we both know how to do? Put gas in the engine.
Well,
See?
I would hope so. Yeah.
Not
Oh, and
everybody
probably
knows
know
how
how
to
to put
put
oil,
gas in the gas tank. The gas tank, I said engine.
and probably put oil in the car and check the oil. I'm sure everybody doesn't know how to do that either. Checking the oil's not hard, but I know some people don't know where that dipstick's at.
Yeah, I got your dipstick.
Whoa.
I I work with a big old dipstick too, bro. I hate this fucking guy. I mean, but that's another story for another day. And this is about all
I bet it
lighthearted stuff.
is. Yeah.
So getting back to this, because we gave you your meat and potatoes. Now we get to have the cold slaw, the cold slaw of the podcast with the list. Back to the list. The Funko Pops, they're doing the Playmate style, but the Ninja Turtles, they're doing the Four Turtles and Slash, and they're coming July
Oh,
and August.
nice.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it. It's the Four Turtles
Uh,
with the orange weapons, and they're pretty close to what the Playmate stuff did. They just don't say
I'm gonna
Playmates
I'm gonna have to look
inspired.
that up.
They
Yeah,
look
I'm gonna
really
have to
good.
look that one up. Yeah, because I started an offshoot on my videos, because as you know, as a collector, sometimes it's hard to get new toys all the time to do reviews of. It's just
Oh
my
yeah,
pockets ain't that deep. My pockets ain't that deep, but so it's choose this, choose that, do this, do that.
yeah.
So I decided, what could I do different on my channel that might make people go, wow. So I decided to start looking up new products that are just coming out or just dropped, and just kind of make a quick little video, 3-minute video, and
Hmm.
promote it real fast. So it's
Hmm.
that's even kind of hard at times, being a full-time job, and all of a sudden you like find something like, oh wow, that's cool, and then go, where did I see that again? Because I'm at work. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And work can be worky,
Oh,
real
tell me
worky.
about it. Yeah,
You
work can
start
be
though,
something else.
yeah, man. You clock in and you see the people around you, and you're like, man, this is gonna be a worky day. You just know sometimes, bro. You're like these freaking
Right,
people.
right.
Uh, but back to
Yeah, that was one
the
of those
list,
days today.
brother. If you know what, let's go back to the list before I say something that gets me Anyways, so Hasbro Pulse, they're clearing out their stock of what's left of Power Rangers, right? And they still have the
Yes, and I'm a
black,
little
yellow. Yeah. Go on. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, they don't have the black, yellow, and blue Rangers from Boom
The met-
Comics. I
no,
just
the
found out they were doing a
metallic,
sell.
the
Oh, the
metallic ones.
metallic ones, yeah. So
Those are
they
still
had the
there.
Boom comic ones for on sale too for $38.
Yeah, I saw
And
that,
I
and
just
that shit.
uh, and I
That,
just found out when I got home from work and I jumped on my computer. I was like, you know what? That's the perfect price for those. Sold out. I'm like, son of a
yeah,
bitch.
yeah. That's it. That I think they had a bunch, and they finally just like fire sale, and they sold it within 2 hours.
Well, i-
Because at
if
that
you
price,
remember, that
that
was
price is
a
to move. That's not price
yeah.
to
Well,
sit
if
there.
you remember, that was an exclusive for that PulseCon. That was a PulseCon exclusive. It came out with the Master Morpher at the same time. The
Yeah,
Master Morpher was totally sold out, and I was expecting that. I got one though, but
yeah.
but yeah, the Boom Comic Rangers just didn't sell. I think I don't know. I mean, they were always up, 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 and yeah. Now they're sold out. Finally, hopefully, maybe they'll find more and put it back up there.
That'd be nice. I'd get it at $40, at $39, whatever,
Oh
42 with
yeah,
tax.
whatever it is plus shipping. Yeah, off of
It's just,
PulseCon.
but like I said, like you feel like I've said this last episode when we were talking about the what's missing from Power Rangers, the lighting collection. Like, you feel like an idiot buying into any of this stuff now because you know it's not headed anywhere. It's
Well,
unless something
okay, so I've looked.
amazing happens at San Diego within a month. I doubt because
So
that's gonna be Playmates' time to shine. So,
so I do have something on pre-order, and since we're talking about Hasbro and the Lightning Collection, and it's
yeah.
funny because it went up for pre-order and it went down, and I think we talked about this, but the original Morpher, the original Lightning Collection Morpher went up for pre-order on Entertainment Earth. I pre-ordered it, so it's already pre-ordered.
Mhm,
And then all of a sudden I go, I sent a link on my Facebook page so people can click it to pre-order it. And someone sent me
mhm,
a message. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. I'm like, what? So I click on it, and the page is down. But if you go to my shopping cart, I still have the pre-order.
mhm,
So if you look at the listings for what's up, coming up soon, it's kind of like a teaser listing in
mhm,
August. I think it's August 7th or 24th, something like that. Something you need that's gonna be powerful, blah blah blah. And it just sounds like it's the more for like they posted it too soon. Like they post like some idiot on entertainment. They're like, oh, we're gonna post this because it's being pre-ordered, and then all of a sudden someone's like, no, what are you doing? It's not supposed to be up yet. We're supposed to tease it first, then put it up. So
yeah.
we'll see what happens. So I have a pre-order for one of the original morphers that I was looking for a long time, and I think it was $50 on Entertainment Earth, but I can't beat that price because they don't exist. If you're
Yeah.
gonna get it on the secondhand market, you're paying over $100 or more on this thing, and it's just like
Yeah.
I want it because it's just almost a recreation of the original OG Bandai morpher. You put the coin in, you click it, it makes no sound. Well, it makes sound, but it doesn't say anything. It doesn't say any phrases or nothing. It's just you can use it for actual videos, like just being stupid, like it's morphin time, let's do that, and it'll light up, and that's it. It has a communicator sound on it when you turn it on. Doot, 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 doot,
Yeah. That sounds
because
nice.
I love the look of the movie morphers they released that wasn't the movie morphers.
Hmm.
But they always had those coins that always had voice, and it was like, I don't want that, you know, because it wasn't like you switched the coin and it made a different person's voice. No, it's always you got the Pink Rangers, all Kimberly's voice. You didn't have Kimberly and Cat, you just had Kimberly. Um, but anyways,
Hmm.
so yeah, that's supposed to be coming back on Entertainment Earth soon. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, isn't that
If I get
terrible?
a if
Everything
yeah,
is, we'll see
it
what happens.
yeah, it's terrible that I have something for pre-order that might not actually exist. So
It's a ghost
it could just
pre-order.
sit in my shopping cart. yeah, it can sit in my shopping cart for the rest of my life. I don't care. It's something I'm not gonna
Yeah,
take out unless they take it out. So if I get it, I get it. But hey, you never know. Playmates might make a morpher that might be even better yet.
you gotta figure they're gonna look. Maybe this will be another episode where we talk about like what hypothetically playmates will show within a month. Like we make our
Yeah,
predictions
I
for what's our predictions for
yeah,
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I had a video that I was gonna do that, and I decided, it's a waste of my time. I think at
Yeah,
this point, people are kind of
because it's so
iffy
close.
about the whole playmates. Well, no, it's just
Well,
people
it'd be a
have
predictions video,
negativity.
like what you think and what I
Well,
think
for
they're
us,
gonna.
yeah, that'd be fine for us. But I'm just saying, for my channel, I was gonna do it for my channel. I was just like,
Uh,
and it wasn't a prediction. It was just what could you do? What could they do with the MMRP line? And I did a little blurb in one of my videos about it, but I think people get confused when they say Mighty Morphin Power Ranger license because you have okay. I'm just gonna do this. We're not gonna get into it. We're not gonna get into it. Well, they have 3 series that's called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers,
mhm.
and in that series they have the original Mighty Morphin. They have the Ninja powers, and they have um one
The
other like
thunder, the thunder swords,
yeah,
the
the
thunder
Thunder.
force.
So they have all these different Zords combinations. They have all these different suits, and I think what makes people go is that when they think of Mighty Morphin, they think of just the main 6, 7 characters, and that's it.
Yeah,
And after thinking about it, I'm like, God dang, Super 7, I want to kick your ass.
yeah,
You have a license that can go thousands of ways, Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll see what
That
Playmates do.
yeah. The thing about that topic too is like that works better as a discussion topic, like you and me, instead of just one person. Okay, this is my, you got a minute compared to
Yeah.
a discuss. It fits more of the discussion format than the just a regular explanatory video. Uh, I'll say this one thing, and then because, like I said, it's a really good idea to as a
Maybe,
show, not
yeah.
not as a news thing. But the one thing I think would be cool, and this is just off the, I'm not even giving it much thought, but just off the top of the dome, would be if Playmates, and this would be ballsy as shit, but Playmates comes out with the Shogun Megazord, kind of throwing it back
That's a
to
possibility.
the legacy. I mean, if we're playing in that wheelhouse, why not?
Yeah.
If they make some
Okay, so
sort of
I'll give
budgeted,
you
Shogun Megazord.
yeah, so I'll give you one, and then we'll move on. Super
Yeah.
Terra, Lord Zed Zord, Super Terra. Yeah, that thing. I remember that thing coming out. It was massive,
We
but
get,
I never
bro,
got it.
Serpentera, you if you want to, bro. Look, here's the thing with Serpentera. There have been people that have already done the model and 3D printed it, and they've done really good jobs. So I give them credit for the whoever designed, because I've seen some of the Serpenteras that they've had out there. It's great. Would be nice, I don't even want a full Serpentera. You know what'd be nice if we got the cockpit for Serpentera. We got a nice, helmeted Serpentera with a throne for Lord Zed to sit down on, and Rita and Goldar to sit under him. That's fine. Kind of like
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
just the spaceship, not the spaceship, but the head of Serpentera as a
Yeah, it's
showpiece.
like a
That'd be
playset.
pretty cool.
Yeah, playset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you don't have the entire, because making uh, a full scale
So,
Serpentera who has a space.
so a little
I,
fun fact about the original Serpentera Troy. This is a fun fact. Good luck finding a fully constructed one that's not broken. They broke easy, I heard. So
I
if you're
have
trying
one.
to find one for your
I
collection
have mine.
that's not
Yeah,
broken, nice. So if you're trying to find one that's not broken, good luck. And sometimes
yeah, I
people
have.
have them, they're not broken, and then they ship it to somebody, and by the time they get there, there's something broken on it because they're just
You know
fragile.
what?
Something they
You
used
know
for the
what?
plastic was fragile.
You know what turns to shit too? Like Well, Serpentera turns to garbage and turns to pieces because it was a combined thing because there's plastic and there's also vac metal and there's different joints, and so it wasn't made as a pure plastic toy, or it wasn't made as a full vac metal toy either. It's
Okay.
it's a combination of different medium techniques into making Serpentera. But what turns the shit,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen
Gotcha.
it, is Tor. You know the turtle, the all the Rangers go in and whatever. I have one, and mine.
Oh wow.
I couldn't find the arms. You know the arm, the Gatler guns. Those things
Hmm.
are. Who knows where they are? To get back to the list to wrap up the show here, the last two news items are Godzilla versus Power Rangers comics 2, because this is the second chapter or the second iteration. It's out now. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what volume they're on, but it is the set 2, or that. And the final thing to sort of wrap up the show is Mutant Mayhem, the giant versions. You know, they had already released Leonardo
Yeah.
and Raphael. Okay, so Donnie and Mikey are hitting Amazon and Targets. I would pro.
Yeah.
I already have two of them, so I'm probably gonna get them eventually. I'm not gonna, but we'll see where things are with price and things and availability. Because I don't know if you've seen that open box, but that open box, I've seen some Donnies in the wild and whatever, but they're all missing their glasses, they're missing their belt, and you don't want a broken toy. You don't want to buy a broken toy, as an adult.
No.
You're an idiot,
Yeah. So speaking
unless
of
you
the
customize
turtles,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Speaking of
the
the
end of the
turtles,
list.
this is way off. Yeah. This is way off subject, but I bought something that it was kind of like off the whim, and I'm just waiting for it. Everybody knows about the return, Power Rangers, the return, the comic book. Well,
Hmm.
I'm on Twitter, and all of a sudden I see an Amy Jo Johnson post for Kevin Eastman, and so I click on it. You've probably seen my post on this, but Kevin Eastman and Amy Jo Johnson made a special cover for the fourth issue. Guess who bought it? I
Yeah.
did. So it's signed by Amy herself. So I'm getting a signed copy of this comic book. That this would be the only issue I own so
Hmm.
far, but read the other ones, so I know the story very well. But it's made
Yeah.
by Kevin Eastman. So if I ever meet Kevin Eastman, he can sign it. Because I didn't want to spend that extra $40 just for an extra signature. It's like Kevin Eastman, if I see him or whatever, he can sign
Yeah.
it. The other Rangers can sign it, because I we talked about that actually a little bit. But I thought it was cool, and I get mixed comments about that on my channel because I didn't do a promotion, but I promoted it pretty much. And there's people that not even talking about the comic book cover; they just talking about the comic book, and it was just like I get people going, "That was the worst Power Ranger comic book ever." And I'm like, I don't think you read it, because if you read it, you get the idea what it's about,
Yeah.
and that's the funny
That
thing.
that's what happened with Shattered Grid. There's people that hate
Yeah.
that arc or whatever, and then there's people that love it. Uh,
Yeah, I don't know anything
it's
about
just
the
opinions.
Shattered Grid comics. I know about the video game Battle for the Grid that's based off Shadow of the Grid, but I don't. Again, I never really started reading the Power Ranger comic books until a few days ago. From
Yeah.
Boom Studios. I don't consider the return a part of that series. I think that was just a cool little thing that one of the original Power Rangers actually made, and I was like, that's just kind of
Hmm.
cool, seeing it through their
Yeah.
eyes. But the actual Power Ranger comic book series, I've never read it, and it's funny to me because I used to love comic books as a teenager, you know,
Yeah.
and now seeing how expensive they are, it's like I can't afford this. I don't need all these books. So I always try to find like all of them in one collection. But even at that, there's like 6 or 7 of those big, thick books of Power Rangers.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I bought something I'll show when I get it. It might be on the 29th. It might be here the next month. Who knows? I know it gets released on the 29th, but we'll see if it's
Yeah.
in my mailbox.
Another thing, it's not specifically Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles, but did you see Jada Toys might be getting the Mortal Kombat license to make
Yes,
toys?
I did, and
Bro, I hope it's
Jada
true.
Toys. I have a
And I
few of
hope
their
it.
diecast stuff. I don't actually have the toys, but I have a few of their diecast, and they do a wonderful paint job. So I don't know about
Yeah.
the articulation, but I know that Jada toys aren't that expensive. They're pretty cheap, but
Yeah, they're
the
like
overall
25
articulations
bucks.
are great too. Yeah, they're actual cheap toys that are actually made fantastically. I hear. I don't own it. I'm gonna if they bring it out and they have like Katana or Jade or something come out, I will definitely pick that up just to see because those characters have to be very articulate, compared to some of the guy characters.
Bro, I wanted a. I've said this before. I wanted a nice Mortal Kombat toy line to buy because I'd also buy a Tekken line. I love Tekken. Like if
Yeah,
you can give me a nice Tekken line with all the characters and everything, you can rope my ass in then to. But Tekken always makes the. I don't know why Tekken's. I've said this before too. Tekken makes the worst toys. Oh my god, bro! Like or they'll release one this decent Heihachi figure and then they'll switch the companies. Storm Collectibles made this guy, and then the other company. No, bro, why can't you? You know,
yeah,
there ain't that many characters. It's like 30 characters. If you at least give me the first Tekken game, give me that's freaking what like 15 characters. If you could give me
six,
15 to yeah
15, something like that. Yeah,
yeah with all the unlockables whatever yeah you got like more or less 15. If you give me 15 toys of the first Tekken game, awesome. I'm good. If
great.
you want to
Yeah,
go into game two or game three or version whatever, fine. I'll still roll with it, but at least finish something. The your
well,
boy
see, that's the
Marvel, I don't know.
yeah. Well, see, that's the problem with Street Fighter. There's so many people now making Street Fighter characters that okay, that's my game. I love Street Fighter. I grew up playing Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, but Street Fighter I was always better at, and I see all these different Chung Lees and stuff, and it's like which one would I buy? Which one's the better one? Which one has more detail? Which one has more articulation?
The one with the higher
How could I
kick.
pose this without and like
Jesus.
as as you know, I bought the Chung Li Power Ranger one, and it came with a stand, but the stand wasn't for her; it was for her effects. So,
Yeah, that
but
was
even that
cheap.
that was highly
They didn't
detailed.
make a Chung Li head though. That turned me
No,
off of
I
that.
know that.
None of them have
Yeah, I just wanted.
the cat head or the Ryu head or
Mhm.
the whatever head or the Kami head. Kami, that was
Yeah,
another one that they didn't do a Kami head. And man, that was some
and see that's
ugly
the thing. I'm not
designs for
buying.
Kami.
Yeah,
They
I'm
put a
not
hat
buying
on a
the.
Power
I'm not
Ranger,
buying any more
a
of those.
beret.
Yeah.
Not for
But yeah, I'm not buying any more of that line. I just wanted the Chung Li and it was on sale and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it. So
yeah.
I bought it, I reviewed it, and I'm kind of disappointed in it because it's one of the things I do personally is I try to mimic the box. And there was no way to mimic that box perfectly because the stand that it came with, the piece with the effects on, the length of that post is too high. You have to, if you want to do it, you would have to trim it down to make it perfectly for the box. Um, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, Chun-Li, I can't find a good line to actually collect if I was gonna collect it.
The Power Ranger one, the Chung Li, that one, and the Ryu were the good looking ones. The Ken that they did of
Yeah,
just the Red Ranger without sleeves and Cammy with a beret. I was like, man, these are the ugliest fucking. This was like,
they tried.
why did you? But here,
Well, Cobra Kai is
here's
one
the
of the
thing.
other ones I didn't like either.
Oh man, that was freaking. Why did they waste so much time on the Cobra Kai? So many.
They
What did they do? Like
because it was a
seven
big show
figures?
back in the day. They
Yeah,
did
back
Danny.
back
They
in the day
did
was a year ago. Cobra Kai is
yeah.
its peak was last year.
eh,
It was a year ago, and they wouldn't,
Yeah. So
quit clogging the shelves with that.
they did Russo. They did his enemy from the move from his TV show from the movies. They did the two kids, and then they had basically they were just the Nigeti Power Rangers, basically with different heads. That's basically what they were. Besides the one that was like a putty, but it was the skull from the movie. The skeletons. But still, it was just
I bought
I don't know.
those on
I
clearance
just didn't like
because
it.
I like that look. I like the putty. The
Yeah,
putty. If you get
the
some
one with the
blacks to,
skull. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, because they look like the putties that were with pumpkin wrapper in that episode. So I was like, oh, that's close enough.
yeah. But
Those
there
are
is
pumpkin
one line
wrapper
that I
putties.
want to. There was one line I want to try to finish collecting from the Lightning collection, and that's the crossover with the Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles. I have the
Yeah.
Shredder, and that's the only one I have because yeah, I picked that one up first. 'Cause it was supposed to be the Green Ranger, and I was at the time collecting as much as I could for the Green Ranger. But even though I don't really like the character, I like the look of the character. I think he feels cheap, and it felt like they could have done better.
Hmm.
But I want to try to get the other ones if I can find good prices on them. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Uh, I hope it's crazy if things do work out. You're gonna have a line of Street Fighters and a line of Mortal Kombat that are basically in scale with each other. That are both being made by the same thing. So for like
Yeah,
video game fighting fans, that's like a wet dream or something. Like, oh my god, we're
yeah.
gonna have
Maybe I should check out Jade Troy's because Jade makes Street Fighter, right?
they yeah they have a Bison coming out that, oh man, if I'm not big into buying Street Fighter, but fuck, bro, that Bison looks so damn good. Like the articulation, the cuts,
Yeah,
the kicks, the everything, and the Chun Li looks great too. The the what's the dude in the red? The Ryu looks fine. It's just they make secondary characters I don't really give a shit about, like Fang. I don't care about Fang. Like I'm not gonna spend
oh
$200
yeah.
on a Fang. I just
How about Blanca?
those. Oh, I'd buy a Blanca, but I'm like I said, that is a core character. Blanca's not
Yeah,
a.
it is a core character. Yes.
He's like part of the team. Like
Yeah. Anything from Street Fighter Two is a core character. Anything else after that is just
I'll
an
tell you this.
add-on.
I'll tell you this. Anybody that was in the Street Fighter movie, they should have a figure. I consider all of those characters canon. Like those are the main team.
Again,
Those what 13
Street Fighter Two.
leads.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a Street
Sagat and
Fighter
all
Two
those
movie,
boys. Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
wasn't that bad, bro. Maybe one day we should do a review of the Street Fighter movie as another
No, you
episode.
know what was bad
What the
about
hell was it?
that was the video game for that movie was horrible.
Oh, I never played that.
Oh,
You know
if you
what
ever get a
I
chance to play
did?
Street Fighter,
Yeah, you know what I did love the show, but I hated the game was Beast Wars. I don't know if you ever played Beast Wars on the PlayStation console. Oh my god,
yeah, I
that's the
played
worst
it.
game. You're just walking
Where you
around
flying
in
around with
pixelated sand. Oh
a little
god, bro.
bump. Well,
And I
was it
love Beast
PlayStation I
Wars.
played that on?
Yeah,
I think that was
PlayStation.
PlayStation. I also remember playing as the Bumblebee, as the actual physical Bumblebee character.
Well, that
Um,
might be PlayStation 2, another game, because this was Beast Wars. This
that
is
might have been.
Beast Wars to the Beast Wars video game for PlayStation.
Yeah, where you're the
And I
ape.
Yeah, where you're the
Yeah,
ape, where you're the T Rex, the raptor, the cheetah,
the
the
Raptor.
mouse, and the
Yeah,
rhino. And speaking of that, I hope Super Seven releases another wave of the reaction, the Beast Wars, because I want to finish out my team, bro. Don't do me that stupid. We got three characters and f you with the rest. No, finish the team.
no,
Make
they're
it
pretty
release
good
a
with the
multi pack and be
reactions.
done with it. Bro,
Yeah, I think
I'll be
they're pretty good
happy.
with the reaction characters though.
Make a box set. Be done with it.
Like a
Even if you
box.
gotta stick people.
Right
Because
there you go.
if you don't, we talked about this idea of a box set when we did the last year when we were talking about Power Rangers and you know how would we release Super
Mm,
Sevens you know if you do a box set you're in and you're out whether you have
exactly. Oh, we were
whether you're
talking about the
confident
Zords.
yeah
Yeah.
we were talking about the Zords make a 4 pack of the Zords I make another 4 pack of the Beast Wars the characters that are missing and be done with it if you don't have enough confidence in the line at least you leave your customer base happy because you know what at least I got the Maximals in or at least I got the Predacons in you get too piss me off bro like
Yeah. Well, what's funny
they're
is I
doing
was thinking about that. I was thinking about
yeah
the Zords, and if the Zord Ascension ever came down in a lot of prices, I'll probably just pick that up and put it in my display case, as pieces, and keep the Tyrannosaurus somewhere, you know, because that's all I was missing in that display case. Besides Scorpion, Squad, and Baboon, but that's another story
yeah
because Super 7 just sucks.
well
So, yeah.
they are have you heard if they're doing another wave of reaction figures for Power Rangers or they're done
I think they're probably done. They have four out.
because
Yeah,
they
they have
did
all the
the
main
the core
characters.
cast yeah but you could do more you could do more
Oh, they could do more. Yeah, yeah.
because
I mean, if you
yeah
look at the core cast that they have, they even have the ones I'm missing for the Ultimates. They have Scorpion. They have Squat. They have Baboom. They have uh
I like that
Dragon
Rito
Zord in
they
battle
did the
mode.
Rito Revolto that looks
Yeah, they
good
did the
yeah
Rito one too. All the reactions are painted wonderful. So and that's the thing. They even have a white Tiger Zord in battle mode in reaction figures, and that's what really they have everything you would want as a ultimate right there. And
yeah
they just stopped. They
yeah
went and
too
moved on
bad
to yeah, they moved on to what? Uh
I don't know. Uh,
Alternates and Bulk and Skull. And I don't know how well Bulk and Skull is doing because it's something I did not pick up because
What I did
I thought
see
about it, I was like, I don't
for
need it.
what I did see for reaction for Power Rangers reaction, and this was like over a year ago now, or about a year ago when they did the Halloween colors for the Megazord, the orange
Yeah.
and black, the orange and black Megazord.
Hmm.
I gotta figure they're gonna be cheap and like paint them red and white, and oh, this is the Christmas colors or holiday, the holiday Megazord. Or something. Come on, I mean, you have them there because toy making is about
But you
reusing,
know
but
what? That's
no,
I would
they
not
did it
blame
for
them.
Optimus
I
Prime.
think that's
They
pretty
did it for
cool.
Optimus Prime. They did it for Optimus. I mean,
Yeah.
so many people have done like Christmas Optimus Prime as the Hess
You
truck or
know,
something like that.
like I was thinking about picking up the orange and black Megazord because I still sell it, but it's really a hard buy for me because I don't really want to start collecting reaction, but I kind of already have. I have two of them now, but it's like going down a rabbit hole. You start
Yeah,
something, you want to finish it, and it's
yeah.
hard to finish something that they don't keep finishing. And again, I feel sorry for the Lightning Collection people. I really do. Because I see Super 7 doing the same thing with their
So
Power
much
Rangers.
money
So,
wasted. Yeah,
yeah. Well, I don't say it's wasted. I just think it's more tragedy because, there's a lot, like we talked about before, a lot unfinished. And it's
my
like
thing is sets,
they
bro.
got
If
what they
you
wanted.
yeah, if
Yeah.
like this year, if Super Seven decides to do a Halloween Dragon Zord to go with your Halloween Megazord flask, okay then, fine. If you already have the sculpt and you're Dragon Zord in Halloween colors, black and orange. Oh, what the hell? That might be kind of like a nichey thing. That doesn't sound terrible either. But how long are you gonna have to
No.
wait for Halloween Titanus? Like another 3 years?
Well, first,
Come
first
on,
they have
bro,
to
get this
release
shit
the
out.
reaction figure.
Yeah, the
Oh, see,
reaction
that's one
version
of the
of
reactions they
Titanus.
haven't done. They haven't done that one yet. And I think if they did the Ultra Megazord, I would probably go ahead and buy that for what would it be like $25 or something like that? They do reactions for. Yeah.
See, the problem with doing because that's the Ultra Zord is a base plus a figure plus
Hmm.
another figure as armor, right? Because Dragon Zord is the armor figure that's on top of the regular Dino Megazord, and then he is
Megazord. Yeah.
on yeah, that's on a traveling base. That's the Titanus. You put all these things together, that price point is gonna jump into Ultimate's pricing. You can't charge
Yeah.
25 bucks for that.
Well they could do something really interesting.
Ain't no way.
People would find it funny because they already have the Dragon Zord with the Megazord mixed together. You know, they have the legs of the
The
so it's
Mega
the
Dragon
Dragon
Zord,
Zord
yeah,
second mode.
in battle mode,
Yeah.
yeah.
So in battle mode, yeah. So it'd be funny if they made a Megazord with the Dragon Zord on top for the next reaction, and they would also bring out a Titanus so you could just kind of sit it in. So Titanus would be
I
its own little
I
reaction
could
figure, and
see
then it
them.
gets geek.
I could see them coming out with that version, the Megazord with the Dragon Zord on top as the shoulders.
Hmm. Hmm.
I I think technically that's the Mega Dragon Zord because Dragon
Yeah,
Zord in battle mode is Dragon Zord with the yellow and blue feet, right?
exactly.
And the black arms.
Yes.
Yeah, man, this
Yeah.
this show just got real nerdy, bro. Right?
Well, think about what the
Oh
show
man.
is. First of all, it's Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, and all sorts of things. I mean, come
I
on, we talked
know, but
about
this
VR
was
Troopers, and we talked about Street Sharks. I mean, we haven't talked about Biker Mice from Mars yet, but you know that might be another day.
yeah, but I think what saves us is the automotive. That's what he keeps the people coming back.
Well, okay. One more automotive thing, and you're gonna talk about geeky. Let's talk about geeky. I just bought no,
Geek it up.
I bought them a while ago, so they're on my car now. But Power Rangers license plate holders. Yeah, that's right.
No,
Power Rangers license plate holders.
I couldn't
That's
do that.
geeky as fuck. So I
Yeah.
literally bought, and they're on Amazon. So I'll promote it a little bit. They're on Amazon, and they're made out of metal. I mean, they're fully metal, so they're not plastic. They're metal ones. And I don't know how they do the printing of it, but I have them posted. I think on my Facebook page or on my Instagram, so you can go look at them. But I think they did a really good job on it, and so I'm proud of having them on my car. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So what does it look
interesting.
like? The five heads? The five heads is
S-
the
Uh,
basic as the
one of
holder?
them has
Or is it like
well, it's
the
just
Power Ranger logo and two heads on the corners?
there's the Power Ranger logos on top, and then there's 6 heads on the 7 heads on the bottom. So they have the White Ranger and the Green Ranger on the bottom. Yeah, like I said, they're on my Facebook page and on my Instagram page too, I believe. And then I have pictures on my phone, so I could probably just send them to you if you want to see them. But yeah, I think they did a good job, and I just wanted something different on my car, you know, something that screams
Yeah.
David, you know, instead of going, oh, it's a car that like, I bought from this location, you know, like everybody has those locations on their car. I'm like, no, I want to do something different. I want to be me. I want to be me. Scream me, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, the car screams for itself. It turns on, you know, but that's not what I care about. I want somebody to look
Yeah.
at the car and go, oh, that's David's car, you know.
Yeah. Oh, the this is completely off topic, but the other day I was on a date with this girl, right? And we were just walking by the mall and we passed by the K store, right? You know, the K Jewelers? And she was like, "Hey, look,
Oh yeah.
every, every kiss we begins with K." And I was like, "Let's get out of here, K." Bro, she never talked to me again.
Oh, that's funny. It's funny, but it's not
I'll
funny.
I'll marry you, K.
But
K.
but you know what? You know what? I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad that you went
Hey,
on a date. That's awesome, dude.
hey, gotta
Very awesome.
gotta
Because I know we have had conversations, you know, but that's awesome.
yeah, you
You
know,
know, things are coming to
dating
you.
dating is like the lotto. If you can't win if you don't play, right?
That's right.
Uh, you gotta quit the doing the scratchers, if you will. And with
Yeah.
that note, I
No,
think we can call it an episode.
Yeah, we went actually pretty long this time. So yeah, let's call it an episode and
Yeah.
don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us, do all that good stuff. And
Share, share all that stuff.
yeah,
We appreciate it.
sure,
All
yeah,
right.
and I love comments. We love answering comments, so do that too.
Yeah.
And
What do you think K
follow
stands
both
for?
up
Yeah. Leave it in the
anyways,
comments.
yeah. Leave it in the comments. That's leave that in the comments. And you know what? Got one for everybody to leave this in the comments. What did you guys pick up this week? What did you guys
Yeah.
pick up this week? It
Pickups.
doesn't matter if it's a pickup from a toy, DVD, just something you think is really cool. Something for your collection, something personal that you want to share. It doesn't matter. Just leave in the comments and we'll read it and find out and we'll respond to you. So on that note,
Yeah.
have a good night and we'll catch you on the next videos. Peace.
Good night.